Hello, hello, welcome back to Fallout 76. It's time for Minerva Sale. She'll be at the crater, which is a free fast travel location. Once you arrive, turn back slightly and go to the left. She will be over here. She's going to be around from the 14th to the 16th of April, and by the time this video releases, she should be right here. And this is what she'll have on the menu. As always, we'll go through the list and I'll start off with the best ones. One of the better plans she has on sale is for the medical malpractice. It's a default legendary revolver that comes with 3 set legendary properties. It's a guaranteed medics, so you can learn that by crafting these and scrapping them, but the other 2 are not too shabby at all when it comes to VATs. And with the boost to handguns that we had recently, well, this weapon is not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. But generally speaking, the reason why you'd buy this plan is so that you can craft it and scrap it. Next up are the mods for the Hellstorm. Just keep in mind that you do have to buy the plans separately. And you do have to turn it into a legendary separately. And once you've done that, you can apply some of the modules on sale. The standard barrel just gives you ballistic damage. The plasma payload gives you a bit more damage overall, but it splits it across both ballistic and energy. The more interesting ones are the napalm and the cryo payloads. The napalm leaves an area of effect, so for a certain amount of time, enemies walking into that area will take fire damage. And with the new cards in the PTS, both fire and cryo damage will get boosted by your intelligence. So that makes both of these mods much more attractive than they used to be. And this is what it looks like in action. That's with Grenadier 2 for extra area of effects, and Demolition of 3 for extra damage. So you can see them taking damage over time. This is not a legendary, so it's not particularly powerful. And then you have the Glaive, which is one of the best melee weapons around. But as always, this is only really useful for melee players. The plan on sale is just for the weapon itself. Once you've crafted it, you have to spend mods to turn it into a legendary, and then you have to apply the mods, which are available for sale separately. They'll be on sale in about 5 sales from now. But having said that, the mods are actually quite good. So the Shocking Blade gives you electrical damage. The Plasma Blade actually changes the animations, which makes it slightly faster, I think, but it's not a game-changing difference. The Flaming Blade gives you quite a lot of damage over time. So if you applied the 4th star to do extra damage to enemies on fire, this could be quite useful. But then again, you can kill most enemies in one shot anyway. The Cryo Blade is quite good against powerful enemies. That slowdown effect allows you to get in multiple hits before they can even reply. So personally, I would either go for the Cryo Blade or the Shocking Blade. This is with a pretty old Glaive that I've had for a while. As you can see, the 1st star is not really suitable for West Tech, so the damage numbers will be lower than they should be. But I will be swinging faster than normal because of the 2nd star. This again is not a super optimized build or anything like that. I basically have a 30% extra damage from Slugger. But the most important thing that I am using Radioactive Strength 3 and I am fully feral. So that's 300% extra damage with a power attack. And I have enabled Incisor, so I will be hitting pretty hard. Basically, a single power attack is good enough to just slice through these guys. Slice and dice, baby. Yeah. So as you can see, the numbers are pretty high even with an unoptimized build. Essentially, it's a one-hit kill weapon. And next up on the list is a floater flamer grenade, which as you can see does have some pretty strong damage over time. So it's definitely better than the Molotov cocktails. Now the biggest issue with floater grenades is that you have to harvest the augers, whoops. Which means killing these guys. And it is possible to harvest them, but is it really worth your time? Then you've got the Enclave Medallion, which is a pretty massive floor decoration. Yeah, it's pretty big actually. So yeah, as you can see, it's not a small thing. And if you want to give your camps that sciencey look, you can add a couple of monster tubes. There's two plans available this time. That's the Flatwoods monster and the Wendigo. They don't come with any built-in lighting, by the way. And last, but unfortunately very least, is the water well. I wouldn't recommend this unless you actually want it for decorative purposes. The reason being that you can get the water pump, and both give you dirty water anyway. But if you are a ghoul, then there is an advantage to the well, because it has a very long animation. So you can start to drink and then just hit R to collect. And that should give you quite a lot of dirty water. And you can drink that to get your rads up. So there you go folks, hopefully you're able to get what you want. And I'll be covering the next sale once it's on, which should be in about 7 days or so. Have a good one and take care.